So the best practices for getting referrals is a 3-touch structure. So the way that we're operating right now, we're operating on a 2-touch close. So when we're going in, we're speaking to them, we're explaining the ins and outs of solar and how everything works. The deals that are moving into that pending sale status where we're running their credit, at the end of that meeting is the first time that you should bring the referral up always. So what that might look like, you're explaining the ins and outs, they decide to move forward, they're excited about the next steps. So you're going to outline everything for them. So it looks like you're approved, credit score looks good. What the next step is here is we're going to come out, we're going to conduct a full on-site assessment. We're going to take measurements of the trees in the surrounding area to get the shading irradiance to make sure that all of our production numbers are correct. We're going to inspect the health of the roof to make sure it's in good shape and going to stand the test of time. We're going to do an inspection of your electrical system. So all the electrical systems that run from the street right into your home, into your main service panel and dispersed throughout the house. We're going to inspect that and make sure that's all good. And then after that's all done, our engineering team is going to review this information. I'll be working hand in hand with the engineering team to make sure that the numbers and the information that we're reviewing here today on the preliminary side are going to end up matching the real world true information. Okay, so all that information is going to come back to me, and let's call it 3 to 5 days time. Once I have all that information back in hand, then we'll sit down, we'll review the information together, make sure that it all still makes sense. And at that point, we're going to dot I's and cross T's. Any questions about what's going to unfold next over the next few days?
No, it sounds good.
Good, wonderful. So before I do let you go, I do want to just bring up one of the ways that we promote our business a lot, and one of the ways that we've been able to expand is through an extremely aggressive referral program that we currently offer out to all of our customers. So if you do know anybody or you have someone in mind that you think might be able to benefit from a program like this, the way that our referral program works is the first person that you refer to me, we actually give you $500 when they go solar. The second person is worth $750. And the third person and every person after that is worth $1,000. So just wanted to introduce it. If you know anybody right now, I'm happy to take down their info and give them a call, right? I could handle everything from here on out. If not, definitely just wanted to put that in front of you. Food for thought over the next week until we meet next Thursday, Friday, whatever the day that you guys agreed upon was. All right. So do you have any other questions about anything?
No, that sounds great.
Perfect. All right, wonderful. Well, I look forward to working with you. Keep an eye out for the survey if they haven't already booked it, right? If you haven't called it in. And I'll talk to you in a couple of days. So that's the first meeting, right? So when the deals are going into pending, that's the first time that I bring up the referral program for a couple of different reasons. Most importantly, I want to plant the seed. I want to plant the seed. So when I go back to sign the deal, I'm not bringing this up for the first time. And people are going to refer in different ways. There's going to be some people that hear that there's a significant financial incentive for them to refer. And guess what? They're going to immediately open up their phone book and they're going to say, call my brother, call my aunt, call my friend. This is my barber's number. Here you go. And they're just going to start unloading leads. More commonly, what will happen is they want to get a feel for you and the company before they start sharing that information with their friends and family, because they're still in the kind of buying place.
Right.
So the idea for us here, we're going to plant the seed. We're going to go out, we're going to have a positive interaction with the homeowner while we go out, we do the site survey. Everything that you just explained that's going to happen happens, which builds trust. And then, of course, it's a signing date. So now when we're meeting with them the second time, we're going to review the contract. We're going to go through the ins and outs. Once they sign the contract, we're going to hit them with a very similar word track. So that's going to look like this. So you went through the contract. All right, great. So now we're all signed up and ready to go. The next step here is over the next handful of months, the timeline between today and signing and install is anywhere between 60 to 90 days. Let's say 90 to be safe. Okay. And what that looks like in the interim is we're going to be handling everything on your behalf. We're going to be filing all the permits for the electrical, for the construction side. We're going to be handling the interconnection applications and working with your utility company and all the local municipalities to coordinate all this on your behalf. And then we're going to, of course, procure the equipment and schedule you for install. So all that gets done in a basically, let's say a 90-day window, and then we come out and install it. Typically, it's a 1-day install. Okay. Once the system is actually installed, at that point, then 2 inspections will happen post-installation. 1 inspection from your utility company to make sure that we've interconnected the system correctly, and 1 inspection from your municipality to make sure that we did everything up to code, which is from the exterior. They run it around and do that quickly. Okay. So do you have any questions about the timelines, expectations for us to get all that up and running?
No, I'm looking forward to it.
Great, us too, us too. We thank you for your business. But before I do let you go, I do want to remind you, we have a very, very strong referral program. Now that you've seen a little bit of the way that we operate and the savings potentials, do you know of anybody that might be able to benefit from this as much as you're going to?
Possibly.
Okay, cool. Well, at any time, what I would like to do, I'm more than happy to speak with them. What I'd like you to do, if you do have anybody or someone does come to mind, I'm actually going to text you from my cell phone number right now, so you have my information and you can just save it from Matt and Fandy. So if anytime you run into someone, you're going to have a wonderful system on your house. You're going to be saving a ton of money. So the next time you're in the backyard, making some hot dogs or cooking burgers, right? And someone asks you about it, you can just share my contact info with them. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, great. And just to remind you, that incentive is 500 for the first person you refer, 750 for the second, and 1,000 for the third and everyone after. It's funny, I actually have a guy in upstate New York, right, that's actually referred at this point 26 people to me.
Wow.
So, I know. So he's, the first couple of times that he referred, he got a little money and he's like, you know what, I'm going to turn this into a part-time job. We've been having to send him 1099s for the past couple of years because, he sings our praises. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, so we have a wide spectrum here, but yes, definitely feel free to share the information. This is a hugely beneficial thing, as you see, a lot of people are saving money. But I do look forward to meeting with. I look forward to working with you. Of course, if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to me at any point. And yeah, thank you so much for your business. Ending as the second appointment. So that's the way I'm positioning. Not pressure. I am asking this time, do you know anyone? So the first time I'm basically just explaining how the program works, where the second time I'm giving a little more, can you think of anybody that might be able to benefit from this as much as you? I'm not saying give me a referral.
Right.
I'm not saying, do you know anybody that wants to go solar with me? Do you know of anybody that would benefit? So the positioning of it is important. And exactly what you said is more or less what's going to happen again. Right. So they're going to say something like that. Well, let me think about it, because now they still want to see that the proof is in the pudding. They want to see the install. They want to see that.
Right.
Okay? Now, again, you might already have them pouring referrals into you from the communication you had prior. But now at least they have your cell phone number saved into their phone. You have a line of communication for them to communicate with referrals, and you kind of set the expectation on how those referrals should be sent over to you, which is important, right? Because you don't want these people calling into the office. Customer service picks up the phone and they say, hey, this is Infinity Solar. And they say, hi, I want to go solar. And then we don't know who, okay, how did you hear about us? Oh, my buddy told me, right? Well, what's his name? And, and a lot of we don't want that to get lost in translation. You want those referrals to come to you. Okay.
Right.
All right. The third time that you're going to ask for a referral is the time that a lot of people miss. Typically, people will bring up the referral conversation on the first or the second sit, not typically both, right? But people very rarely do the third touch. The third touch is on the day of install. So my recommendation, and right now, as you continue to build the pipeline, you're going to see more and more and more jobs dropping onto your install calendar. But you have an install calendar on your dashboard in Helios. So my recommendation is the first thing on Monday morning, as soon as you start your day, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look at your install calendar and say, okay, I have John Smith getting installed on Wednesday. I have Amy Adams getting installed on Thursday, right? And I'm going to jot both of those people down in my agenda, or I'm going to put them into my Google Maps or Google Calendar. And I'm going to make sure I touch base with them. Sales reps that call their customers on the day of installs have the happiest customers, right? Because when you buy a product and you interact with a sales rep, after that sales rep typically gets paid, that you're something from the past, right? You're not being thought of more times than not. So when you call on that day, you want to hit them with a very, a similar word track, right? Hey, how's everything going? It's Scott from Infinity. Wanted to check in. I know today's the big day that we've been waiting for. Super excited for you. We're one step closer to saving power and generating clean energy for the house at a cheaper cost. Just wanted to check in and see how everything's going. It's good to reach out to them midday. So now they've had an opportunity to interact with the foremen. They've had an opportunity to watch how the crew is moving and how they operate. The guys are super professional. They're professional, they're clean, they're branded, they're nice, right? They do the right job by the homeowner. People are always the happiest on the day of install. So calling and checking in midday, they're going to usually have glowing reviews. oh, I met Randy, or I met Ari, or I met whoever the foreman is, and they explained everything and walked through it. It's all coming together right now. They're half done or almost done. And then we can bring up the referral program one more time. Great. I'm super happy that you're excited. I know you made a great decision here, and you're going to be saving money for years to come, and hope everything is well. But I did want to remind you of our referral program. The majority of the way that our business continues to run is based off of referrals. Now that you've seen our entire process from beginning to end, you can see why so many people feel so comfortable referring their friends and family to be able to take advantage of programs like the one I shared with you, right? So I throw it out again for another third time. Those 3 touch bases accomplish a lot of different things. The thing about referrals is it's out of sight, out of mind. Right. So if you bring up to someone on the first time that you met with them that you have a referral program, after you just explained to them the ins and outs of solar, how everything works, the next steps, the homeowner's thinking, did I make the right decision? Is this the right thing for me? The referral program is not on the front of their mind. Right. So you need to bring it up to them multiple times to make sure that they understand, 1, that we have a referral program, 2, how it works, and 3, what the financial benefits are for them. All right. So always good practice is to integrate into a daily part of your presentation.
Sounds good.